back to Pod Popper's Place and another Team Tiny Hop. This is for the month of September, and this month we are playing with color schemes. So I had a hard time picking out the right colors for this. This is where my color scheme landed. I'm not making a 6x6 card, but I cut about a 6x6 square background just so that the layering stencils will fit nicely on there. And then I'm using a piece of washi tape to hold that down. And then these have little notches in them, so I'm not sure if there's some kind of tool that they use to hold these in place. I don't have that, but it's the best way to use these is to line it up. The Tailored Expressions name is down here, and probably the item number is down here. And so if you line them up, they should all line up correctly. So we're gonna start with this one, which is the main flower piece. And I'm going to just line it up in the corner so that everything matches up well when I go to put the other ones on. And I'm gonna just hold this down with some washi tape. I don't want to cover up any of those flowers. And then we can just trim this paper down to the A2 size that I want to use after we get all the background on there. So these are the two papers that I'm using. It's Mango Melody and Rose Romance. So now I'm just going to lift up the washi tape here and move on to our second stencil. Tone that down just a little bit. Some summer sun here. It's an old one as well. I'm gonna lay the green leaves over that. All right, gives a little bit of a watery texture, got under the edges a little bit, but I think that's okay. So now we have our background, and the next thing I'm going to do actually is add some foiling detail. So I'm going to take my Deco Foil adhesive pen, and I'm going to use it to just put a little dot in all the little flowers here. This is just a scrap piece, and the easiest way actually is to just squish it on top and pull up. Oh, that didn't stick for some reason. There we go. You don't want it completely wet, you just want it kind of tacky, so it sticks. So I'd already cut down a 5.5 by 4.25 background square rectangle, and I added some ink to the edging, but I think I'm going to run it through an embossing folder and give it some more interest. I'm going to use this very old Cuttlebug folder. Just some of the flowers of the sheep flowers look similar to what I have here on my pattern. So I am going to trim this down. I think I'm going to leave this edge the way it is, trim the top and the sides down a little bit. I trimmed those down and I rounded the corners a little bit, and so now we have it not showing the background very much. I want to show more of that. So I think I might cut these in half and use two smaller pieces. And I'm going to round these edges off. So they kind of fit more snugly in there. So now we can see more of our background there. And now we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do here in the middle. And we still have these papers to use. So I have cut some, I made some glimmer foil pieces with the one set I do have. I don't have much yet, as I just got the glimmer system. But I cut out these flowers, and so I think I'm going to layer these on here. And then I'm going to cut a piece of this rose. I'm going to put it across here, but I think I want to add some gold to this as well. So I think I'm going to just use a double-sided piece of tape, and I just want it to, looks like it will go here, go across the middle here. I'm just eyeballing that, but hopefully that's fairly straight. So this is another way you can use the toner foil sheets. So I'm gonna, this is kind of gonna be a hodgepodge way here. So it's not gonna be like just a straight strip, but I'm gonna try and use up my extra spots that I haven't used yet. Let's see if this works, or I just make a huge mess, which it looks like it's kind of making a mess here. So because of those blank spots. Mostly worked, but there's a few empty holes there. I don't know if we'll get those covered up or not. No, get some over on the side here. I'm not sure that that's stuck there. So I think we'll finally throw that strip away, and then we'll just use, will this eraser work? Yes. We'll just erase away that areas that we don't want, that it's not really sticking to anything other than the paper. Okay, so I think we can probably use our flowers to cover up those areas, or we'll use embellishments. But all right, I glued our 3 pieces down, and then I popped this one flower up on some foam tape, and then I'm going to tuck in some leaves here. I want them to kind of make sure they hide our area that's not foiled. And this is smaller than an A2 size card, so it's okay if the leaves go over the edge a little bit. And then this one up here. And another thing you can do, of course, is the press and seal. If you like how it's laid out, a nice small piece of press and seal. Not a big piece like I did last time. And pick up all the pieces. I don't like how that one was laying, so let's move that a little bit. And then we can just add our glue. Pop this back on where we want it. Carefully lift that up. All right, so what I've decided to do is I cut a strip just from the dark green paper, and I'm going to just make it a sentiment strip. I'm going to stamp it with Galaxy Gold pigment ink and then clear heat emboss that. And then I cut a frame out of the pink that we use in the center, and then I'm going to put that behind there because it just needs some more pink. So now that connects those together. So I've heat embossed and the gold. It didn't, it didn't get as gold as I would have liked on there, but it is what it is. And then I cut it down and popped it up on some foam tape. I'm not sure, I feel like I got it off just a little bit, but it's okay. It is a handmade card, right? And then I'm going to just add some basic gold sequins just to help cover up that little spot, and add some bling. And these are just basic gold sequins. It would be nice if I had something a little bit fancier, but these will do the trick. Yeah. See when that happens. Yeah, so I'm just going to do the 3 there, and I'm going to call it a day. So let me know what you think. I know I did a lot here. Maybe I did too much, but this definitely was a challenge for me, using these colors. And look, I didn't even use that gold paper. It'll help bring out that color a little bit and make me feel like I met the challenge a little bit better. I got all colored paper in there, so now I feel better. Now I feel like I met the challenge. This was really hard for me, guys. So I would love to see I don't touch those when they're wet, what you create with the same color scheme. Thank you so much for watching.